What are the rarest things you can obtain in Clash Royale? Today, we're going to be looking at just that, things you can obtain, win, or unlock that many players don't have or never will. Rare badges, limited time tower skins, emotes. There's quite a few things, so let's just jump right into it.
Let's do this.
Let's start with badges, specifically the achievement badges, because these can take years to complete, and there's even some badges out there that no one has yet. So I've gathered the 10 rarest ones here. Thanks to Royal API, you can see the stats for these, so we have actual numbers. And I'm going to run through them from least rare to most. But really, all 10 of these are pretty rare. Starting with the CRL Competitor 2022 badge. Don't confuse this with the other 2022 CRL badges. This badge has 3 variations that kind of look similar. There's the 20-win badge that you could get if you got 17 or more wins, a spectator badge which you got by just simply watching the CRL event, and finally the rare competitor badge given to the 128 players that advanced to stage 3. Only 128 accounts will ever have this badge. Then we have 250 Grand Challenge wins. Currently, 114 players have this badge. Honestly, pretty surprising how low it is, but what do I know? I only have like 0 Grand Challenge wins. Yeah, I have no idea what I'm talking about. Next up, 1000 double elixir wins. Only 91 players have this badge. Then the supercell creator badge, only 75 accounts. You get this from being in the Supercell Creator program, but it only appears only tier 3 or super creators have this badge, which is what makes it so rare. Moving on is the 1000 Classic Challenge wins. Only 22 accounts have this one maxed out. I would imagine it would be more, but I don't think anybody's out here grinding the Classic Challenges. Why? Unless you're trying to practice. Alright, now at number 5 is 500 ramp up wins. 16 players currently holding this badge. Ramp up doesn't exactly seem to be a popular game mode, but that's not the main reason it's so rare, and we'll get into that in a second. Next up is 500 Grand Challenge wins. Only 10 players. Just goes to show how hard Grand Challenges actually are. But what's even crazier is 1000 Grand Challenge wins. Surely no one has this badge, right? Well, yes, someone does have this badge. Only one player though. ATN Skwarzen. Yeah, I probably butchered that, but whatever. He has 1,233 wins, but 1,000 is actually the max for this badge, level 8. So he is the only one in the world to have it. And no one else is even near maxing this badge out. The closest player is 400 wins away. God damn. Anyways, moving on. I wasn't sure if I should include these last two. They're kind of impossible to get so far, but I'm gonna mention them anyways. 1000 ramp up wins and 2500 Clan Wars 2 battle wins. The ramp up seems rare because, like I said, it's not really a popular game mode. Some players choose not to play it at all when it is available, but the most important factor, ramp up has not appeared in the game as much as other game modes. It's not the most accessible game mode, and if someone wanted to reach those 1000 wins, they would need to make the mode available more. In terms of the 2500 Clan Wars 2 battle wins, simply put, Clan Wars 2 hasn't been around for that long. My guess is it would take another couple or 3 years before anyone gets this badge. Alright, the next thing we're going to be looking at is emotes. Like badges, I've gathered the top 10 rarest ones so far. We don't have exact numbers, however, there seems to be a handful of emotes that the community accepts as the rarest. Starting with the fish from season 1. The only thing that makes this one rare is just how old it is. Released in June 2019, it was one of the first exclusive emotes in the game. Next up is the Pekka with balloons. It was unlocked by participating in the Content Creator Tournament for the 4th anniversary of the game, but as you'll see, many of these tournaments go unnoticed or players end up not wanting to deal with the hassle of getting them, so these birthday emotes eventually become rare. Looking at the next one, it's the same case. The Rascal Cake emote available in March 2019 for Clash Royale's 3rd anniversary. It could only be won by participating in the Content Creator Tournament that only lasted 48 hours. Now that's pretty rare. Moving on is the Lunar New Year Hog emote, which was available in an event called Hog Race Challenge where you had to complete a 3-stage challenge to unlock the emote. It was pretty straightforward, the challenge wasn't even that difficult. However, this was before Clash Royale, so you had to pay to re-enter if you lost, making it less accessible to a lot of players. But sometimes it's not about winning a challenge or entering an event. The Ice Wizard and Ice Spirit duo were the first exclusive emotes that had to be bought with real money. They appeared in the shop in December of 2018, being available in bundles of $10 and $20. Not only were they exclusive, but they were also expensive, which makes them so rare. Next up is the Goblin Trophy emote, also available in 2018. There was no challenge or money involved. All you had to do was link your Supercell ID to your YouTube account, watch the CRL finals live, and that's it. However, many players didn't do this, since it involved doing something outside the game. So because of that, and also because of how old it is, it's become pretty rare. Then we have the Ram Chewing Grass emote. You had to reach 15 wins in the Ram Rider Challenge, and this was in December 2018. You guessed it, before Clash Royale. Re-entry was 100 gems, god. Obviously 15 wins is no easy task, and that re-entry was not cheap at all, so you can imagine why it's so rare. Moving on, we have the King with the Trophy emote. The only one on this list that you can still obtain by being in the top 100 of any global tournament. Next up at number 2 is the Royal Ghost Gem emote, the first emote to ever be considered exclusive. It was awarded to anyone who had legend trophies from the Legacy ladder system. Years later, the useless legend trophies that had been collecting dust in players' profiles were removed, and they were given this exclusive emote. And finally, the 2019 CRL Goblin emote, obtained by winning a 20-win challenge without Clash Royale, and you only had a week to beat the challenge. Luckily, there were 3 free entries, but come on, let's be real, most players didn't complete this challenge. It was intentionally hard, obviously it's the CRL, it's a big thing, and this was also the only CRL tournament that had an exclusive emote, and boy is it rare. Alright, now let's take a look at tower skins, but this time we're going to be looking at 3 skins in no particular order. The rarest ones tend to be the oldest skins, so instead I handpicked a few that you can't obtain anymore. Like emotes, we don't have exact numbers, but just enough data to make educated guesses. Starting with the Logmas Tower, this was available in the shop for $20, one of the more expensive skins out there, but that's no surprise for a holiday skin. I mean, that Christmas spirit, man. But not only does the price make it rare, it seems this skin wasn't particularly popular. A lot of players noted it was too similar to the regular log skin, just Christmas decorated, and they weren't buying it. Literally. One could only speculate that an expensive and not so popular skin didn't sell well, and that's why it's on this list. Next up is the Gingerbread Tower skin. This was actually the first skin to cost real money and not be part of the season pass. I actually bought the skin and I thought it was really cool, but that price is really hard to ignore. They bundled it with other stuff that kind of made it more worth it, but at the end of the day, we know what they're doing and it's an expensive skin. It's also very old, Christmas 2019. I think it's safe to say very few have this skin, and it's considered by the community one of those rare skins. And finally, we have the Season 1 Shark Tank skin. Like I said, no particular order with these skins, but I'm going to assume that this one is very rare, simply because of its age. That's just how things go sometimes. The longer you have something, the rarer it gets. And in the case of this skin, it is the first skin in the game. Well, except for that Red Tower skin from 2016, but that doesn't count because nobody got to keep the skin, so no one has it. But yeah, this is a pretty rare skin. I remember I bought that season pass and I didn't even complete it, so I didn't get the skin, but I have the emote. Yeah, I regret that. So guys, that is my list of the most limited and exclusive things in Clash Royale. I was originally going to mention banners, but turns out that there's not much information about which non-pass banners are exclusive or not. For example, the Mayoho collaboration, I think it's called, seems like a exclusive banner set, but the word exclusive was never used in the shop offer, and knowing Supercell, they would never accidentally forget to include the word exclusive exclusive. So yeah, up to this point, only the animated banners seem exclusive, and they're so new I didn't even want to include them. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts down below. And as always, Havoc Gaming out. Peace!